when you think about it, in even the term influence, I mean, how is it defined? And I think there are two ways to look at influence. On a very surface level, you can define influence as simply the ability to move a person or persons to a desired action, usually within the context of a specific goal. That's the definition, but it's not really its essence. The essence of influence is pull. Pull as opposed to push, right? As in the question, how far can you push a rope? And the answer is not very far, at least not very effectively or very quickly. So great influencers don't push. They don't push their ideas on others. They don't push their will on each other's. They aren't push-y, right? Instead, they go the opposite way. They pull, they attract. Because people, to influence others, they must first buy into you. Only then do they buy into your idea. So the question becomes, how do you do that? How does this pull manifest itself? And it's really nothing more than understanding. And I think Dale Carnegie, in his landmark classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People, to me, the underlying premise of his entire book was where he wrote, ultimately, people do things for their reasons, not our reasons, right? So the great influencer, what we call the genuine influencer, asks themselves questions to make sure they're focused correctly, such as, how does what I'm asking this person to do, how does it align with their goals? How does it align with their wants, their needs, their desires? How does what I want this other person to do, how does it align with their values? What problems am I helping them to solve? How am I helping them to improve their life? Okay, and when we ask ourselves these questions thoughtfully, intelligently, genuinely, authentically, not as a way to manipulate another human being into doing our will, but as a way of building everyone in the process, now we've come a lot closer to earning that person's commitment rather than trying to depend on some type of compliance. And, we talked earlier about my great friend, one of my wonderful mentors, Dondi Scumaci. And I love what Dondi says about this. Of course, she's a great leadership coach now and speaker and author. And what she says is compliance will never take you where commitment can go, which means the leader must understand that great leadership is never about the leader. Great influencers have to understand that great influence is never about the influencer. It's always about that person whose life you're trying to touch.